Hi, I'm Steve. I'm the owner and skate buyer for InlineSkates.net. In front of me we have the entire line of 2010 rollerblade skates, and what I'd like to do now is to go through a line presentation showing you from beginning to end what the different features are in the skates and what you get as you go up in price with these skates. Alright, let's start with the Spirit Blade XT women's and men's. Now, this is the $99.95 skate from Rollerblade. This is the opening price point skate excluding the Blade Runner line. Now let's talk about what the skate has. It comes with a 78mm wheel. It comes with an ABAC 5 bearing and a composite or plastic style frame. It has the soft boot technology with the Velcro power strap on the lower and a ratchet plastic buckle on the top. This skate has an adjustable brake on it. Now the next model up is the Spark 80 men's and women's. That's the women's. There's the men's. Now this skate has a couple of upgrades from the Spirit Blade. This skate goes for $129.95, so for $30 extra you go to a larger wheel, an 80mm wheel, plus you also go to the asymmetrical lacing system. The asymmetrical lacing system allows you to pull much tighter on the laces because the laces go along the side, not giving you the pressure points or cutting the circulation along the top of the skate. The next model up is the Spark Pro men's and women's. These come in at $159.95, and the upgrade from the Spark 80 is now you move to a bigger wheel, which is an 84mm wheel versus the 80mm wheel. You move up to an an SG7 bearing versus the SG5 bearing that you got in the previous skate. You also move up to an aluminum frame. So those are three significant upgrades, all adding to the performance of the skate. And then it has the same boot with the asymmetrical lacing system as the previous model. So the boot is basically the same, but you get significant performance upgrades, including frame, wheel, and bearing for an extra $30. Now the next model up is where we move to the true performance part of the Rollerblade line. This is the Crossfire 90 MX and the Activa 90. Now these skates have super high performance in terms of their features. You go to a 90mm wheel up from an 84. You go to an SG9 bearing, a super fast high performance bearing from an SG7. You go to a magnesium frame. The magnesium frame is lighter than the aluminum and it's supposed to absorb vibration better as well. And you go to a different kind of boot. Now, instead of the asymmetrical cuff, what you have here now is the true wrap. So you have the standard soft boot technology wrapped with sort of a rubbery plastic material that allows you to pull real tight on the laces, and instead of putting the pressure just on the top, it expands the pressure all around, giving you a nice, true, comfortable fit from top to bottom. It's got the standard Velcro along with the ratchet buckle on the top. They've added a Lycra lining on the inside. There's memory foam on it. So you've got a much upgraded boot and a much upgraded performance package. So this is a really good value because we've got the bigger wheel, the better bearing, the magnesium frame, the true fit liner, and a much better boot. The next model up is the Crossfire 100 and the Activa 100, which goes to $249. So this is a $50 upgrade from the previous model. Here you go to a 100mm wheel, so that's a super large wheel. You still have the SG9 bearing, and now you go to a true extruded or milled aluminum frame. What that means is instead of stamping the frame like we did in the previous models, this one is a milled frame, allowing the metal to not lose its integrity because it's been milled out into this shape, so it hasn't been stretched or stamped. The boot on this skate is the same as the previous boot. It has the true wrap liner, it has the Velcro closure, and the ratchet buckle system. So what you're getting in this skate is the larger wheel system, the 100mm wheel system, as well as the full aluminum, aircraft aluminum frame, which is super strong and extra light. Now the next model you'll have to imagine, because we don't have it, it's the Speed Machine 90 SX and the Speed Machine 90 SX for men and for women. It basically looks similar to this skate. The only difference is it doesn't have the asymmetrical cuff like this one has, but it has the What has 90 millimeter wheels all the way across. It has the SG9 bearing. It has the extruded aluminum frame. And like this gate, it has the carbon fiber boot. So the biggest difference between this gate, which comes in at $269, and the previous model, which comes in at $249, which is really only $20, is you're getting a carbon fiber boot. Now this is for the performance skater, the Speed Machine 90, because it has a lower cuff, the Speed Machine series, than the previous models. So it doesn't give as much support, but allows more ankle articulation. So if you're an advanced level skater, man or woman, then you want to consider the Speed Machine series. It has the standard lacing, as I mentioned, but it does have the beefy power strap, and it also has the ratchet buckle, along with that carbon fiber boot. So from the Speed Machine 90, we move to the Speed Machine 100, which I do have here. This is the women's and the men's. This gate comes in at $299, so this is a $30 upgrade from the Speed Machine 90. This is the 100. And as the name says, it goes to a 100 millimeter wheel versus the 90 millimeter wheel in the previous model. And you get the asymmetrical lacing. So for only $30, you're getting a much bigger wheel, and you're getting a better lacing system on the boot, which you can pull tighter. That will allow you to be able to get the boot snugger and give you more tightness and fit. Has the carbon fiber boot, has the extruded aluminum frame, the beefy power strap, the Lycra, and the ratchet buckle. And then last, only available in men's, is the Speed Machine RX 110. Like the name says, it has a 110 millimeter wheel, the biggest wheel available. It has the HTO Pro bearing, the top of the line bearing. It has the extruded aluminum frame. It also has the carbon fiber boot. It has a ratchet buckle lower as well as a ratchet buckle upper, along with the asymmetrical lacing. Super comfortable boot with the Lycra in the back, and this comes in at $379. And that's the top of the line of the Rollerblade line. So this is the Rollerblade 2010 line. If you'd like to find more information about each of these skates, you can do so by clicking on the individual skates, and there's a video for each of these giving you more information about that specific skate. And as you can see, as you go up in price, you get significant creature comforts and significant performance features that makes your enjoyment in skating much greater. So I recommend buying the most expensive or the best skate that you can afford, because that will increase not only your enjoyment of the sport, but probably your likelihood of continuing to do it for years to come.